Here's how to install a widget onto a website. You need to make sure your IDX is already connected. So this should already be working. Should be able to click on it and go and see everything on the IDX. So if your IDX isn't working yet, it's not connected to your site, go find the video about how to install an IDX onto your site, because placing the widget on won't work until the IDX is connected to your site first. And you also have to be careful when you're changing things. You have to remember this is connected because of the URL slug, right? So if you're ever going to change it, don't change the page title. The page title might change this URL slug. What you can change is the navigation title, and that's not going to change anything because the navigation title is just what showed up here. So you could go into your listings one and change it to, let's say, MLS search, and that's not going to have any effect on the actual plugin, but it'll just change what it says up here. But when you click on it, you can still see the page title is listings and the URL slug is listings. So installing a widget onto your website, this is for Squarespace, there's different ways to do it for WordPress and everything else as well. But if you're on Squarespace, which most people should be that are working with Agent2Brand, this is how you would install it. So you go into your agent control panel, you'll see this, the home screen. Now, anytime that we're changing something regarding the IDX, installing a widget, that's all in your setup portal, because markets, this is for setting custom markets. If you want one, maybe you can add a new market called Toronto luxury homes, let's say, or one of the things that people have been focusing on a lot recently, especially in our network, is pre-construction. So you could have like a special market for pre-construction, and then you would decide, kind of what type you want. So let's just say basic MLS search, location, you put it in, and this is where, you could actually have it display, I guess, a custom place, but it would still be under, they'd have to click on here. And then the first thing that they saw would be the custom one that you put in. So you can do custom markets if you want to, which is just catered to specific users you have. Let's say you have a lot of people who are looking for pre-construction projects. You'd want to create a market called pre-construction that's just for them, and it makes searching easier for them. But for the case of a widget and installing a widget, you would go into the setup. You can see welcome to your control panel. So make sure you're in the right place. Now you go down into website, you can see all these here. This is the basic setup for connecting. This is the other video. If you haven't done this, you need to do this before you follow this video. But SEO pages, these are the different kind of featured listings, things like that. These will be their own pages. A widget is just like this. It gets embedded onto a page. So, but an SEO page like this would be a whole separate page, like when you click on listings and it brings you to this part of the website. So you would have to decide, is it a widget that you want? Is it a separate page? And then there might be some restrictions on it. Like if you want featured listings, there might not even be a widget for it. You might have to make it a separate page. In this case, you can see there is a widget for it. So featured listings, take that, you decide what type of property that you want. What in specific did he want? He wanted a house.
Yeah, probably is good. First time buyers, low prices, houses, townhomes, maybe, I don't know, something like that.
Sounds good. So this would be the code that you need to get, and it's very easy on Squarespace because Squarespace is meant to make this stuff easy. So you would just take this code, you'd go back into your website, and since this is a widget, all you would need to do is find, where do we want to put this into the website? So let's just, did he have a specific place he wanted it?
Yeah, we could put it at the top again. I'm just thinking about the other one.
So we'll put it below
that and see what it looks like, I guess.
So what you would do is you would add a blank section. I mean, in this case, depending on what you're looking to do, you may actually benefit from getting a pre-templated section already, depending on the design that you want. So let's just say we wanted to make it look a little bit better too, not just a blank section. We'd click add section. Wait till everything loads. Squarespace is a powerful website. It takes up some data. It might take a little bit of time to load, so just be patient. So these are the different kind of templates that we can choose from if you want a specific design on it. But let's say we're going to pick this. It's got a little swoopy thing to kind of show that you're transitioning pages down into some info, and then everything about like open houses, listings, IDX is above this swoop. So let's start. We want to remove the background. We don't need a background, just wanted the design. Probably don't need this, so let's remove that. This, you can see it's set to fit whatever size the box is. We don't want that. Sometimes it looks really weird on mobile. So we'll move that to the top. We will call this featured listings. Let's center that text. Let's bold it. Let's make it heading 1 so it's bigger. I'll put that up. Let's shorten the section height so it doesn't look so weird.
Make it
And
heading
let's
2
add
as
some
well.
room. Heading 2, okay.
We already have a H1, can only be one H1 on each page.
Sounds good. So let's shrink this down. It'll be better for mobile optimization to have the size of the actual thing, that right in the middle. And then same thing with everything else. All we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here. We're gonna add a code block. We're gonna put that in here. We're gonna copy and paste the desired code for the widget that you want. Now you have it in there. And remember, we need to spread this out so it doesn't look weird. If you don't spread it out, it'll just be a miniature little tiny box. It won't look good. So we'll spread that out, leave a bit of room. I like to do it one space beside. You can literally go right to the edge of the screen if you want, but I would say this one or this one will be good. We'll leave it here for now. So now you can see that's in there. Let's shorten it to the right size so the section doesn't look weird. All right, so we got that in. Now we're just going to press save. Now, obviously in the Squarespace editor, it shows scripts disabled. You can't preview them. You can't see it. You'll see error codes and stuff sometimes too. So in order to check what you're doing and to make sure it's working, you need a separate page open. And this one can't be through Squarespace, just a Google search. You can see nothing, no errors on that. Refresh that because we just put a change in. Scroll down and we'll find the featured listings. So there's a little view all button, which is kind of weird. So I guess the featured listings is just a view button. So if it's just a view button.
And I'm thinking that's supposed to be Danny's listings, but he might not have any right now.
Yeah. So since this account is connected to Danny's agent ID, there's no listings for him right now. But yeah, if he put in his agent ID properly, or all of his info properly, then he should, or maybe he has no listings, but you see like the agent ID, that's what kind of will find his listings that he has. So this agent ID would need to be updated to his actual agent ID or the office ID through Ali. They didn't give any of that stuff yet, so we can't do that. But in the meantime, that's, I guess, so you'd want to change this because that doesn't look too good, to be honest. It's just a button. So I guess the button brings you to featured listings, but yeah, I don't think it looks very good. So if it were me, I probably wouldn't use that widget, considering it's just that, but everybody has their own style and everybody can pick that. based on the fact it's just actually a little tiny thing like that, we'd want to go into here and shorten it back down to the middle so that it is centered. And let's see, can you change anything in the source code here? Property type, status, sort. Okay, so you can't really customize what it looks like either, to be honest. You might be able to add in some code that would make it look different, like bold the text, but yeah, it's not looking too good on that. So let's see what it looks like now. Now that we've moved it back to the middle, you can see, but it's just a little view all button. So it's not the best widget, to be honest. Let's go check out some other ones. So widget, featured listings, property type, house, status, active, sort, price, low to high. Yeah, so that's all the featured listings is. A gallery slider, this could be more of what he's looking for, right? So featured, this would show your listings. I think this is more what he's looking for, is a gallery slider that'll show the actual properties right here that they can scroll between. So this gallery slider, you can have it set to your featured listings, but again, you need to make sure your agent ID is set up properly and connected so it shows the listings that are yours. If you don't have your agent ID set up, just choose market. From there, you can decide on, I guess, the market that you want to do. The rows, navigation position, top, bottom, I would say sides probably looks best. Slide, auto advanced, no, status active, sort, price low to high, max results 25. Okay, that's fine. Select all the required options. I don't know why it's not letting us select a market here. Let's try featured then. Market, but shouldn't, oh, we have to create. So in order to make this work and to get a market, you would have to go into here and you would have to add a new market. So let's do that for Danny. Toronto featured homes. You would go into here, residential only, limited to one SE MLS, that's fine. Polygon search, limited to one MLS, residential only, so you can't have condos or things like that. So let's just do that. So residential homes. Okay, I guess you can. Does he want condos and homes or just houses? You still there, Fletch?
First time home buyers would still buy condos, I would say. So
Okay.
be fine to leave it, I think.
Okay, so this is a first time home buyer list?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's call it that. First time home buyers, custom market. So, and what did he want to set the minimum price at?
Probably like 500, I would say, for now.
Okay, so yeah, let's do 400. Not many things below that.
Yeah.
Max price, did he have one?
Just do like 1.5.
Okay, beds, any, date range, any. Not featured properties, open homes can be on there, virtual tours can be on there. Acquired features, none necessarily. Minimum garage space, no, nothing. Okay, so how come now we can't save it? It's really weird. Maybe we can't do polygon search. Let's say basic MLS search. Nope. Advanced MLS search. Nope. Polygon search. Nope. Advanced polygon search. Listing number. See, I don't know what's going on here. Markets. Add new market. Please enter a name and type. Okay, there we go. So now it's doing this again. What about if we did basic MLS search? Maybe this is going to be easier. So location, Toronto, property and house type, house or condo. Minimum price, 400K.
Then you could just add however many locations you want in there too. It's not just limited to one.
Oh, okay. Oakville, Burlington, Hamilton, Mississauga, Brampton,
Bond, maybe.
Guelph,
AN.
Vaughan.
Yeah.
Anything else? Let's just leave it there for now. Toronto, Oakville, Brampton, Hamilton, Mississauga, Brampton, Guelph, Vaughan. Anywhere else? There is other places that we can add in. We could also just view all and start selecting all of them. Costa Rica, that's kind of cool. I didn't know Costa Rica was under Toronto MLS, but that's pretty awesome. All right, date range, any. Open homes, sure. Virtual tours, sure. Limit this search to featured properties only, no. Okay. No results for criteria, so let's just take off those. Press save. Now we have a market, I believe. Save that one more time. Settings. There's a page URL for it. See if we go back into markets. We should see our custom market here now. It's loading. I mean, the only thing that I could think of is if this doesn't work is that he doesn't have the right type of accounts. He needs to upgrade, but looks like it worked. So now we'd go back to setup. Now we'd go over to website widgets. Now we're going to take, let's see, the gallery. Where's the gallery? All right, market. We're going to select our market, which is Toronto Homes first time. We're going to have one row. We're going to put the navigation sliders on the sides, make the effect so that it fades. Don't want it to automatically scroll. Active, sort by price, low to high, max results. Sure, that's good at 25. We'll take this right here, this code. I'll go back onto Danny's website. I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to put the new one in. I'm going to do this, slide it over so we can have the width, the desired width of the slider that you want. Let's say we'll do it that wide, and then we'll press, actually, let's shorten this up. Let's bring this down, and then we will press save, and we'll go take a look at how it looks on his website, refresh that. Brought us down to the bottom. Let's scroll up. So now you can see these are here. Now the problem is the navigation icon right here, it's black, right? And the background is black. So all that means is that we need to go back.
Change the color of the background.
Yeah, we need to go in here, edit this section. Colors, we're going to make it, let's say, light number 2.
Yeah.
And just see how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the IDX portion of his site right there. That's fine. Scroll, 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 scroll. And then here's his featured listings for his first time home buyers. So if you wanted to customize it further, we could say something like this: first time home buyers, featured listings. Bold that, heading number 2, center it, make it look a little bit better. Now we have this, scroll that up, reposition this to be here. Scroll this up.
Make that code one a bit wider. I just want to see what it, if it would pull up 4, or if it's just gonna max at 3.
That, save, refresh. Now we
Okay.
got 4. So, and that's how you install widgets onto your site. As you can see, it's going to be showing 25 results on here, or as many as it can, because we've set it to show 25. But it looks like there's not even 25 that it's showing for that. We could also add more rows. We could add more rows right here. There's many different things that we can do in terms of displaying more results.
I think that's 25.
Yeah. So if you wanted more, we can go back into the control panel. You press 50, you want to show 50 different places, add some more variety, or maybe let's even say 100. We want to show 100 of them. We go back into here, quickly edit the code, take that out, paste that one in. You can see you also didn't even need to edit the code. Like you can change it directly inside of here too. See this max results thing right there? That's set to 100. Let's say we exited without saving. Oh, I just pressed save by accident. But now it should show 100. I'll give you an example. Now there should be over 100, much more variety. You can see it keeps scrolling now past the other amount we had before. It's going up in price the more they scroll. It's getting scarier and scarier how much it costs the more they scroll. But if we wanted to change it without needing to go through the Agent2Brand control panel, and you're a little bit more comfortable with coding, you can actually go into here and you could just change it right on here. You could type in, I want it to show only one listing. You could save that. And then when you go back over here and refresh, you'll see there's only one now, right? So you also don't need to do it through that extra step every time, but you'll need to get the original code through that step. We'll set it back to 100 and save it and refresh, and you can see now he's got 100 back on it. And that's how you add widgets to your website once you have the IDX installed. Any questions?